About to have a clear out of all stuff I don't need anymore. And as I was sorting through stuff, I thought, hang on a minute, I should do a video on these. Partly because, well, it might help me sell them, but mostly because these are like the holy grail Holsets for most people. And I got 5 of them. I planned to, they was from a different plan for my 180, because they'd be awesome on a 180, looking for like pretty big power, but serious, like decent spool and everything. But I've never got around to doing it and whatever, so I'm gonna have a clear out of these things. These are technically Holset, I think they're called HX300s. They are basically the HX32 6cm billet, water cooled, with a big internal wastegate and even an EGT bung. They are very special and very flashy, and I got 5 of them. They're all basically, I imported all of them from Scandinavia because you can't really get them here because they're off a petrol Cummins engine. Well, it's I think it's petrol, and I think it can be LPG as well. A Cummins engine, and yeah, they're nearly all on some weird bus, which I think was made in Italy. I can't remember off the top of my head. They're on some very obscure applications, so they're not common, but they are pretty badass. I mean, this one's actually a refurbished one from StavTurboTech service. So yeah, I'm gonna put them on eBay, but I thought I would show you them anyway, because A, you might want one, and B, you should want one when you see the spec, because they're really, really good. So they are, on the compressor side of things, a HX35 54mm inducer billet compressor, so proven at like 600 horsepower the compressor, 4-inch inlet, anti-surge, usual stuff. But they're not an HX35, they are basically a HX, we'd call a HX32. They're very, very similar in wheel size and specs to a like a Garrett TR30R race turbo, like on a lot of World Rally cars and rallycross cars and stuff used to run. So yeah, basically HX35 billet compressor side, all the same fitments, inlet and outlet, a water cooled core, but look at the turbine housing. It's T4 single scroll 6cm, so very small. Obviously you got the ports for the water cooling, and then a HX30 size turbine wheel and a big internal wastegate. It's I think it's 25mm, so yeah, and it's got good wastegate priority. As you can see, it's literally like as good a priority as the turbine itself, so you can run internal wastegate no problem without any boost creep on one of these. And yeah, they are awesome. The turbine housing as well, it's not a normal one. It's made of some other material. If it's cast iron, it's a different type of cast iron to typical. It's almost like it's cast stainless, because not 316 stainless, because that doesn't rust, but this has only got very light rust on it. Like it's almost like it's 304 stainless or something. I'm not sure. I mean, it would make sense to be something different because it's made for a petrol engine, and so, you know, much higher temps, and that, even that alone, doesn't just look like normal steel. None of it really does. I might be wrong, again, I don't know that bit. You'd have to ask a bloody Holset engineer that one, because I don't think they ever say publicly anywhere, because these things aren't sold to the public normally, they're just on these vehicles. But the turbine housing is something, seems to me, a bit more special than usual. Actuator wise, they run the typical HX35, HX40, any actuators, you know, it all bolts to these. I've actually got some actuator brackets and actuators that could, I haven't got 5, I've got 3 maybe, that would fit on these, but you can run whatever. I might put them for sale with these, I'm not even sure, but I haven't got 5. It comes with these as well. These are the outlet flanges, but I wouldn't run it like this because this is awesome. This is like a 4-inch outlet, but it necks down to like whatever that is, 2.5, 3, and that's shit. If it was me, I would use one of these and just, as the flange, I would just cut it off there and run it to a, you know, weld that to a 4-inch downpipe to make a 4-inch downpipe. Even this one actually comes with the outlet elbow. They come with from the factory, and it's fucking tiny, so no way running that shit. But the flanges, I would keep them and weld them to a 4-inch downpipe. Obviously, just cut off around there, and yeah, well, you could run 3-inch or 3.5, whatever, but I'd run 4 because that is basically what that is. But yeah, it's pretty badass. It's awesome turbo. And yeah, I got 5 of them. They're all good, basically. Obviously they're not brand new, but none of them's got any play or any damage. They've had a easy life. But yeah, I've never used them. I should have used them. Going by my original plan, I was gonna use them. I was basically gonna make it like a fucking World Rally car and have these as my disposable turbos for when I wrecked through them constantly. But my own HX40, even at over 2-bar boost and all the anti-lag, has been so bulletproof, I've never actually needed to do this. But I was going to run these, like one of these on a like a single scroll, just a short runner T4 manifold, and that would have easily made like 450 and insta boost and would have been mega. I was even thinking, because I had 5 of them, you know what would be good with this? Turn it into a triple compound setup where you'd run the one turbo as the small high pressure turbo, and rather than a much bigger turbo as the bigger turbo of the compounds, do what a lot of people do these days and just run 2 of the smaller ones, because generally for a compound you want the big one to be double the size of the smaller one, there or thereabouts, give and take, depends what your goals are. But an easy way of doing it, if you've got the room, is 3 turbos all the same and just 2 of the bigger ones as the low pressure one. So atmosphere going into them, blowing into that, and that into the turbo. And on my end, you know, on an MR2, there is actually room. You wouldn't, without the exhaust, if I ran this in the conventional place, and rather than my 4-inch exhaust and 2 big and a massive silencer, I've easily got room for the pipe coming out of that, going into these, and then them straight to Atmo. It'd be noisier, but not that noisy, because it still has to go through 3 fucking turbos. But I've just got to be realistic, and I'm never going to get around to it. My setup's so good, I shouldn't be fucking with it too much. As good as these are, and I love them, and that's why I've kept them for ages, I should really have a clear out. So yeah, they're literally like the holy grail. And you can see, because they've been on a petrol engine rather than a diesel, and they haven't had much of a life, because from what I can tell, well, almost all of them, this is like a Cummins Reman, some Swedish company Reman, and I think those 2 are, I don't know if they're brand new or what, but they've got stickers on, like they've, well, sticker residue, like they've recently been replaced. So yeah, I think they're all fairly fresh, and they've had an easy life and been on a petrol engine rather than a diesel, so they're very clean. What I think is LPG, so that's why they're really clean. You know, it almost looks like they haven't been ran, but when you look at them, they've got like a white residue on all the turbine side rather than sooty black stuff, And I think that's just because they've ran on like natural gas all their life and haven't lived much of a life either. So they're bloody good turbos. This is the only one with an EGT sensor in. Well, that one's got one in, just the bung in. These have all just had it removed and it's just got a plastic bung in at the moment. You could run one if you wanted. I probably would have, because I would have ran the anti-lag, and it's EGT pre-turbine too, so it's actually useful, because EGT post-turbine is a bit like bullshit really. You don't really learn much from that. But yeah, a factory hybrid, HX35 compressor, billet, HX30 turbine, 6cm, T4 undivided housing, water cooled. It's literally like the dream setup. But yeah, I'm going to put them for sale. I don't know how much. What did I pay for them? I just put them up for whatever I paid for them. Probably about 300 quid each or something. So yeah, hope that taught you something. And I better take some photos and put them on my eBay. So see you later.